South Africa continues to remember a man who played a role in politics during the apartheid years and after, as a minister in the first Free Cabinet and then a parliamentarian, elder statesman and traditional Prime Minister of the Zulu Nation. Some are remembering Prince Buthelezi with fondness, some with animosity and pain. To discuss, so we're joined by cultural expert Dr. Gugu Mazibuko. Doctor, thank you for being with us. As always, there's certainly been an outpouring of grief, but also another outpouring, remembrances about the IFP versus ANC violence, which Buthelezi said he did not instigate ever. As journalists, we try and be objective even when somebody dies. That's always difficult. Would you say at the very least Buthelezi has been more divisive in death than some elders have been in this country?
Good afternoon, Francis and viewers. Thank you for having me. Maybe before I say anything, I just want to send my condolences to the Buthelezi family, to the royal king, to the Zulu king, and the royal family, as well as the nation at large. Indeed, it is a somber moment that such a great leader has just passed on. But in isiZulu we say ugodukile, because he was he passed on at the age of 95 years. He is going back to his ancestors. Prince Buthelezi, in our space, as cultural people, we will always remember him as someone who ensured that the protection and preservation of Zulu culture and heritage is there, and also ensuring that the traditional leadership as well as the Zulu kingdom is given the dignity it deserves. He was the long-serving traditional prime minister from as early as King Bheki Zulu to King Zwelithini, and he has been currently the traditional prime minister for the current King Misuzulu Zwelithini. And therefore It is a huge loss because of the Zulu kingdom memory that he had.
What do you think about what the King said yesterday? Very complimentary, especially in light of reports that there were some tensions between Buthelezi and the King in recent weeks. And was it appropriate for the King to then also cancel day 2 of the Reed dance today?
We cannot get into the details of the tension that existed, because we do not have the proper knowledge about it. But it is normal for human beings when they work together to have some minor issues that are also resolved, just like in any environment. However, the King gave his respect to the late traditional prime minister, as well as his right-hand man, because Prince Buthelezi was the pillar in the Zulu kingdom, and therefore an action by the King was to be expected. And we also respect the King for the decision that he took regarding what has just happened in the entire nation.
What do you expect? We now know that a funeral service will be held on Friday, and I think some details still have to emerge. To what extent do you think it will be stately, and to what extent will it be a traditional expression?
Well, I think it's not easy to separate Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi from the government, because we all know that he has been a long-serving member of parliament. But we must also remember that Prince Buthelezi has been Inkosi yakwaButhelezi for 7 decades. And he was the traditional prime minister of the Zulu Nation for over 50 years. And therefore, it will take the form of a traditional leader send-off, as well as Inkosi yakwaButhelezi, as well as Anglican church member, because we all know that he was a staunch Anglican church member. So it means the government will be there, the traditional leadership, amakhosi, izinduna, and even the regiments, because this is the traditional prime minister who passed on, as well as we would expect the people from the neighboring nations, because he have made quite a number. He have met a number of people from outside the South African borders, because he was not only fighting for the recognition of traditional leadership in South Africa only, but in the entire continent. And therefore, it will be such a very huge funeral.